Hey, what's up, traders? To watch this video here for Tuesday, April 28th. SPY, another strong day, gap up and actually, closed nicely above its open. It's been a slow grind. Most of the days are pretty narrow ranges, which isn't necessarily great for intraday traders like me. I don't like to hold overnight. Having said that, if you didn't make it to chat today, a couple highlights from today. Tilray I called, and these are too many candles. I took a screenshot. A beautiful red to green there. It opened at 850. We already had it on long watch. Then it gaps up, so we put it on the gap playlist. And then it topped out at the half, and you had the red candle. Sellers come in. That's a perfect half number inflection point plus sellers fail. Told everybody over the mic I love Tilray over 850. You can see right here, even as I wrote, I liked it so much I hit the buy button twice, and that wasn't by accident. Hit it twice. Got filled both times, and then it just really didn't look back for quite a long time. It ended up rolling over at the end of the day. Who cares, right? A whole bunch of people you can see got that with me. It was a great way to start the day, and I'm thinking I'm a genius. Then I gotta give props to Wayne called Tesla. Probably about a minute in over 738. He doesn't like it that I call him the Tesla whisperer, but that's what he is. He's got a real handle on this stock. And you can see it actually, I think it actually hit 800 in after hours, but man, what a huge move from 738. I took the screenshot, it was 796. He's a savage when it comes to time. Oh, he's a great trader anyway, but anyway, what a call. So there's a couple highlights from today, another great day. What am I watching for tomorrow? Keep in mind when you watch my videos, I'm an intraday trader. So all I'm doing is finding charts that might give me an A+ intraday setup tomorrow based on its recent action. So some people might watch this and say, well, that thing's had a big move like CVET, right? Why would you watch it tomorrow? For the most part, you don't ever want to chase something and buy it the next day at the open, but we have a process. And if this does not meet our A+ intraday setups, we will not take it, right? And sometimes you get a stock like this that makes a big move, and the next day you get an A+ setup and you get another night, and you get a nice little trade out of it. So CVET's on watch. Tesla, big breakout of 2-week range and topped out right around pretty close to 800. I think it went over 800 in after hours. I'm going to put it on watch, but I'm going to defer to Wayne, hopefully, and he'll find us some A+ setups. He really has a handle on that stock. CGC, now this is kind of weird because I'll go back to Tilray that we had that trade in today. If I take today's candle out of it, Tilray was starting to break out of this tight base on Friday, right? And you see what it did. It gapped up. And we got a nice trade out of it, but it ended up rolling over. Well, now CGC, another pot stock, same space. Today's like day one of the breakout for CGC, so it's weird. Tesla gave a nice trade, so even though this, a little bit maybe feels like chasing because it had a nice move today relative to most of its candles, we might get a Tesla type setup in CGC tomorrow. It's weird that they don't run together because usually the whole group does. And this is like doing what Tesla did on Friday today. I don't know. It's weird, but I'm going to watch it. Overstock had a nice grind higher back here, a couple red days, then a big kind of bullish engulfing candle on Friday. And then today, it ends up topping out at 1164, which back here it hit 1159. I think there's a lot of shorts in this name. So with this kind of action, looked like it was rolling over. And next thing you know, it's right back up near recent highs. I suspect we might get a decent setup in that one tomorrow. NETE, big volume for the stock, but closing well off its high. So all I'm going to do is throw it on a chart and see, right? See if it gives some kind of a setup. FUV, this big volume day here was still only 1.2 million. And when you look at the chart, some of this, I call this paint splatter. It doesn't even look like candles. Generally, that's the sign of a thin stock. Without even, if I hid the volume candles and I just looked at the price candles, I would still know that this is a thin stock. So I doubt I'll trade this one tomorrow. But I'm gonna put it on a chart. EAT, which is Darden Restaurant, which is like Darden Restaurant, sorry, DRI is Darden. DRI had a little kind of breakout. I talked about that 70 area last week, and that's breaking to the upside. With word that restaurants in the world or the United States going to start reopening, albeit on a partial basis. The restaurants are getting a little bit of a little buying here. So EAT is, I think, Chili's and probably some other names as well. I like this chart, right? The other restaurants are really strong. You had this nice rally from 10 to 18 over the course of about a week back here, and really now it's just kind of forming a nice little flag. Love it through 18 because it topped out. Let's see what it topped out back here. 1798. So I love this through 18 just chart wise, but let's see, today's high 1759 before closing at 1715. So you know, that might be a way in over today's high, over 1759 tomorrow, might be enough to get it some momentum and maybe take out that 18 also. So maybe we get an A+ setup in this, knowing that I really like the daily chart there. UAVS, this is weird to me because you had this gap up on massive volume and then it gave it all back and then some. Usually when you have this kind of action, I'll take these recent candles out. Usually you get the gap fill and you don't even hear from the stock for months, right? But this one is curling right back up. So you might have some shorts in trouble here. It was good news on the gap update. I don't know if they did an offering and that knocked it down. I haven't looked for the news or anything. But let me just point out, this was like 60 cents a few sessions ago. So it's really extended right now. But again, it doesn't cost me anything to put it on a chart, so I will. I already talked about EAT. And then VR was the next one, sorry. Kind of an interesting chart. Had a 2-day pop here to 350-ish. It topped out at 349. Pulled back kind of riding the 8 and then curling right back up on decent volume today. You know, maybe through 323. Maybe if it takes out today's high, that's enough momentum to push it through 350 and maybe squeeze. So worth watching. Couple more. VTIQ. A lot of these today feel really extended, and I know people can watch the video and go, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. But remember, I'm just populating charts looking for intraday setups the next day. This one did have a strong move with a fairly strong close. And then ENZ had this big day. This would have been, what, Thursday? Then Friday gap down and kind of nothing going on. Next thing you know, it's curling right back up too. So that also has a decent look to it. Also, a few baby oils. I'm not going to go into them here. But on I keep one monitor that I want to keep an eye on stuff. I don't necessarily think they deserve to be on the overnight watch list video. But there are a few of the baby oils that are showing some decent charts. So let's not forget about that sector. And I am done babbling. We'll see you guys in chat tomorrow.